everybody. Welcome to Previews Reviews, coming to you from Stadium Comics, located in Shoppers World Mall in beautiful Brampton, Ontario. Here are your hosts, Kevin Hickey and Ricky Lima.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this episode of Previews Reviews, which takes a look at comic books coming out in the stores starting in November 2013. I'm Kevin Hickey.
And I am Ricky Lima.
And Ricky, it's been quite a while since we've graced
That's right.
everyone's computer monitors or phone screens or tablet
Brains.
whoozy whatsits with a Previews Reviews episode.
That's right, yeah. Why is that, Kevin?
There's been a lot of stuff going on, man. All right, November's a pretty cool month for comics. A lot going on. We'll be coming right off the success, hopefully, of Halloween Comic Fest at the end of October. I know you're hoping for a stellar event, being that you are selling pretty much your soul at that event.
$5 for my soul.
That's pretty good price.
Yeah.
Bargain.
For something that's fake.
Previews is the magazine that most comic shops use to order all of their product out of. It is in this catalog that we find all the solicitations for comic books coming out in November. And enough of the chatter, Ricky. I think we should just get to what everyone wants to know, and that is what comics should they be adding to their pull lists for November. Let's get us started with Harley Quinn, issue 0. This bombastic debut issue features art by award-winning illustrators including Darwin Cook, Sam Keith, Tony S. Daniel, Paul Pope, Walter Simonson, Art Baltazar, and others. But will any of them measure up to the exciting standards of the clown princess of crime? Don't miss the thrilling return of Harley Quinn in her own monthly series.
Whoa, dude. I'm buying this just for Darwin Cook and Sam Keith.
Yeah, a lot of great talent working on this book, but there was a little bit of controversy associated with it. And this is old news now, and something that we probably would have discussed at the beginning of the month if we filmed this as we usually do. But there's a contest going on of some sorts to have a page of your art, if you're an aspiring artist, included amongst all of these legends in this first issue, which is a great idea and something that I'm sure a lot of artists would love to have a crack at. But Ricky, why don't you tell everybody what the controversy was about?
Okay.
Put you on the spot here, eh?
Well, basically, like they had this page. I think it was 4 panels. This page.
I don't recall the panels, but it was one page.
It was like that, and it's basically just Harley Quinn trying to kill herself in every panel, but it's not going well. And then there's one panel where she's in a bathtub, naked as you would in a bathtub, and she's like, I can't kill myself because she has like a toaster, and people were mad that they're mad. Like,
number one, it was humorizing suicide, right?
Yeah.
And number two, it was the depiction in the script of Harley Quinn sits naked in a bathtub was taken very offensively by a lot of people, and I honestly think that the DC and Jimmy Palmiotti who wrote the script didn't mean any harm by it.
For sure.
I mean, if that naked word hadn't existed, would there be the uproar that there was if he just said Harley Quinn sits in the bathtub? Probably not. So unfortunate. I could see how people get offended by it, but chances are if he had just put Harley Quinn sits in the bathtub, that people would have drawn her without her costume on anyway. Yeah. You know what I mean? So.
Well, and I mean, like, I think the definition of naked and not naked is kind of appropriate because, like, if you're saying she's fully clothed in the bathtub, then it's kind of like she didn't plan to be in this bathtub, maybe, and she just kind of found herself in this bathtub, didn't have time to take off her clothes.
Right.
Or if she is naked, she did have time and it's planned. But I mean, like, what? Like these people, I don't know. People get offended pretty easily.
Well, yeah, it's
and it's like, since when is a naked person offensive? Like,
well, it was. People were saying that it was not only was it making light of suicide, but it was sexualizing it in a way because of the word naked. Like,
you're all born naked.
That she would be sitting in a bathtub, and it would be a sexy image because she was naked in the bathtub. But
like, you're born naked. You sexualizing birth, huh? What's going on? Like, I mean, it's
nobody's sexualizing birth.
But
I'm just saying,
you're naked doesn't make it sexy.
I could understand how people got offended,
I get
but
it,
it was totally not the intent.
I get it.
You can tell that it was totally not the intent
For sure.
of the writer
But then,
and DC to do that.
I think DC kind of handles it wrong too at the same time because they're like,
How so?
"You guys are stupid," and
Did they
people
do
are-
that?
Yeah, basically, and people are like, "Whoa, we're not stupid." And they're like, "Yeah, you are." Because like Jim Lee went on this huge Twitter rant explaining how comics work and how you how you can't take it out of context. And I feel like they just don't handle it properly.
Right.
If they're like, "Hey, sorry we offended you," we'll take it out. Then it's like, okay, sweet.
Well, they did issue a statement, but maybe that was after all of this
Yeah.
other stuff had taken place.
Yeah, they're not very good at handling public outcry.
No. And there's that website that
Oh,
measures
yeah.
how long it's been since DC's effed
Screwed.
up, I think. Anyway, I'm excited about this book, in spite of all the controversy around it. I think it's awesome that they're going to give somebody the chance to draw a page, and hopefully it's some undiscovered artist who just blows everybody's mind.
Yeah, it's gonna be me.
Tiger Ricky is naked in the bathtub with Harley
That's
Quinn.
right. There would be no controversy with that.
And this is all a lead into the new Harley Quinn series, which starts in December with a #1. And it's pretty much the first time in a long time that you've had an issue 0 predate an issue 1
That's
in
true.
comics publishing history.
That's true. But like, are they canceling Suicide Squad? Because like that was essentially Harley Quinn the comic.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think there's any plans for that.
But
But
like literally, that was like basically just Harley Quinn the comic.
it sells pretty well. So, hey, I mean, Batman has more than one comic. Why can't
That's
Harley
true.
Quinn have
That's
more than
true.
one?
I don't know if she can like hold her own comic. Like, what can she do?
Well, time will tell. She's going to be in roller derby.
Okay,
So-
that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sold.
You're sold?
I'm sold.
Well, if you're like Ricky and you're sold, you might want to check out our new web store, store.stadiumcomics.com, and check out the collector's packs we have available right now for not only Harley Quinn issue 0, but also Harley Quinn issue 1, and a super pack with all of them combined together. And you get a whole bunch of variants and regular covers. And
Crazy.
it's good stuff. Check it out. Up next, Ricky.
Up next, we have Black Science #1. Grant McKay, former member of the Anarchistic Order of Scientists, has finally done the impossible. He has deciphered black science and punched through the barriers of reality. But what lay behind the veil was not epiphany, but chaos. Now Grant and his team are lost. Living ghosts shipwrecked on an infinite ocean of alien worlds, barreling through the long-forgotten ancient and unimaginable dark realms. The only way is forward. The only question is how far are they willing to go, and how much can they endure to get home.
So what do you think of this, man? How does it sound?
It sounds interesting, but it sounds like it was written to specifically be an ongoing, which kind of
Okay.
annoys me, because it's like, I hate stories without endings, so it's like, man.
But don't you love, like, really epic, when it's done right, don't you love a really epic,
I don't
hundreds
know.
of issues spanning tale?
If I don't see an end in sight, I get kind of like, I'm gonna stop picking this
What's
up.
the maximum amount of issues for you to buy into a series?
Oh man, I think maybe like 6.
6?
And then 6, but then like having another series, like what the Dark Tower did, where they have 6 for one
See,
story
I don't
arc,
like
and then
that.
6, and then 6.
Because then you haven't.
I don't know. I like it.
I don't like breaking it up into miniseries like that. And traditionally, when you do series like that, in our comic store at least, and I'm sure it's the same at other comic stores, it the title loses
Yeah,
momentum.
That's true. And it is pretty cool to see like 48 and you have like all of them. So
Yeah.
I think the longest run I have is Sweet Tooth, and that was 40 issues.
Really?
So I'll say 40 issues. Yeah.
Interesting.
So
So you heard it here first, folks. If any one of Ricky's future comic projects
Oh,
goes
geez.
beyond 40 issues, we all get a steak dinner or something. I don't know. We get something.
hopefully I'll have enough money to do that.
If you're going past 40 issues, I'm sure you will. So this is written by Rick Remender, who's been, tearing stuff up over at Marvel with Uncanny Avengers and Captain America. Of course, his run on Venom a while ago. So, guy knows his stuff, and he is, as you said, in this for the long haul. He is definitely writing this with the intention of it going on longer than just 6 to 10 issues.
Yeah.
He's actually said about this, and I quote, "The setup we have here is one that I have absolute faith will lead to years and years of great stories. I've already got the first 2 years of the series plotted out, and I'm absolutely dying to take people on this shotgun blast of a journey." So,
Shotgun blast. Whoa. I mean, it's got a lot of potential for a lot of
Yeah.
stories because it's almost like Quantum Leap. Do you remember Quantum Leap?
Yeah, I love Quantum
Yeah,
Leap.
it's a good show.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, there's.
Were you born when Quantum Leap came out?
Probably not, but I watched like reruns and stuff.
Netflix has all the Quantum Leap.
Right.
seasons, Yeah.
It's good. But who's publishing this again?
This is Image Comics.
Image.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see many like ongoings from them.
I mean, yeah, it's a handful. You got like Invincible, Walking Dead.
That's about it. Morning Glories, is that Image?
Yeah, Morning Glories is still going strong. A couple other books, but as far as epics over years, then they're few and far between. Spawn,
That's right.
right? But
But other than that, hopefully Black Science can do it.
yeah, we'll see. All right, next up from the mind of J. Michael Straczynski, it's another Joe's Comic Special. We've got Protectors, Inc., issue number 1. Protectors, Inc., heroes in a world without superpowered bad guys, heroes with corporate sponsors, and far too polite rivalries and sporting franchises. Heroes without anything or anyone to fight until one of them is murdered in ways that could only have been accomplished by someone with equal powers. Solving the mystery falls to Lieutenant Detective John Riley, an ordinary man whose investigation takes him into a strange and dangerous world light years beyond his abilities to understand, and very likely far beyond his capacity to survive. The trail leads to a 50-year-old secret that could threaten the very existence of Protectors, Inc., an impossible love affair, and a serial killer whose work is not yet finished. This sounds like a tamer version of The Boys by Garth Ennis,
Yeah,
mixed with The Watchmen.
that's true, yeah.
You know?
That's like the Minutemen stuff.
Yeah, the Minutemen stuff and the whole, like, detective aspect of it. You know how Rorschach was kind of
Yeah.
like
That's right.
that voice
So,
in the story.
so there's superheroes, but there's no supervillains?
Yeah, which I dispute, because I think that the second you have a group of individuals that have superpowers,
Yeah.
I think it's in human nature or superhuman nature, I guess, that someone's going to turn bad, right?
That's true.
You give somebody limitless power,
They can
and
go crazy.
you don't keep that power in check, someone is going to have to be the bad guy,
That's right.
right?
Maybe, well, I guess someone technically does.
Someone technically does, but it
Yeah.
sounds like this has been a superhero
Okay.
utopia.
But
we've been
if you
living in
give
for a while.
if you give people all the superpowers and then give them corporate sponsors so they don't need money, I mean,
But I mean, if you have superpowers and you want money, can't you just take the money?
yeah, but you're just giving money. You're giving corporate sponsors because you're
Yeah,
super.
Or you could just be like, I don't have to answer to anyone.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true,
gonna go
yeah.
take money.
Well, yeah. Maybe you have to read the book to find out.
I guess so.
so.
Hopefully, hopefully JMS explains all of this.
Joe's
stuff.
Comics, and this is Image as well.
This is Image Comics, and Straczynski says that this is a murder mystery and procedural police story set within the framework of the superhero genre.
Whoa! So it has potential to be boring.
No, I mean, police procedural stuff can be really cool. I mean, if you go back and read Gotham Central, that's amazing stuff. And that's pretty much what it was.
Up next, we have Drumhellar, which was formerly Strange Waves. I believe in previews it's still called Strange Waves.
Yeah.
When shocked-induced visions drive a detective specializing in the paranormal to a small town in South Dakota, he finds himself up against flesh-hungry bogmen, his ex-girlfriend, their mutual ex-girlfriend, did we mention she's a werewolf, and a demon that's stolen his arsenal of psychedelics. Then things start to get weird. We live in strange times. They call for strange ways. Ooh, see, they use the title, but then they're like, let's not use that title.
Wow. This is a new story featuring the art of Riley Rossmo, who was the artist on Bedlam.
Nice.
And the series title, Drumheller, comes from a town in, I think, rural Saskatchewan, where Riley Rossmo rented a place and just hung around for like a week, getting an idea for the landscape and for the terrain and all that kind of stuff, so that he could properly depict it in this story, which is going to be in a rural setting.
You heard it here first. South Dakota is Saskatchewan.
There you go. But Saskatchewan's pretty flat.
Yeah.
Is South Dakota flat too?
I have no idea. Hey, South Dakotians? Is that
It's the prairies, so.
Dakotians? Is that what they would like to be called?
South Dakotans? I don't know.
I don't know. But, no.
South Dakotahites.
Whoa. Sounds pretty cool, though. I mean, the copy doesn't really tell you much, but
Right.
There
There are some awesome preview pages inside.
Yeah, it looks so good.
The art looks fantastic, and you know that's to be expected from Riley Rossmo. He's a fantastic artist. And this book's getting a lot of buzz right now. It was actually the focus of a USA Today article, which is pretty huge in the world of comics. Like
what?
anytime they release any big news, as far as someone dying or some new series starting in comics, it always seems to go through USA Today. They're like the national newspaper of the States, right? They did an article about Riley Rossmo and Drumheller, and just about his process, working through the book and coming up with the concepts for his art and stuff like that.
That's weird.
So there's quite a bit of heat behind this book right now, and I think it's going to be a good seller.
Hopefully.
Something that you'll definitely want to add to your pull list for November.
That's right. SidekickComics.com. And the cover looks wicked.
Cover looks fantastic.
Yeah.
If they keep the cover that way.
True.
Maybe they'll keep it and change the name. Who knows? Anyway. All right, on to Aspen Comics and all new Soulfire issue number 1. Michael Turner's epic fantasy adventure surges forward into a new era. The bearer of light, Malachi, is back, alive and well with his closest friends. The balance of magic has been restored to the world, but there are still signs of a coming chaos, one greater than anything ever seen before. The master and his greatest teacher, Grace, has fought for the light and all that encompasses it in her entire life. But when the darkness takes hold of her in the process, the entire Soulfire universe will fall into jeopardy as Dark Grace emerges. From veteran Soulfire scribe J.T. Krull and featuring the Aspen debut of ultra-exciting artist Michael DeBalfo, along with fan-favorite colorist Neil Ruffino, this is the Soulfire tale, 3 volumes in the making. New and returning fans will not want to miss out, as the biggest Soulfire story ever told premieres right here.
Whoa, man.
Soulfire is a pretty huge series for Aspen, and it's also the last of the Aspen 10 for 10 covers, so it's the last one that you'll be able to get for a super low price. And you know what that means?
Who's doing our cover?
We're going to have a Stadium exclusive cover, and this is huge. This is a huge announcement, because we've known this person a long time here at Stadium, since the beginning of our time here at Stadium, and she's been super supportive of us and everything that we do, and she's been super helpful. And, like, she's on fire right now in the comics industry. She's putting out covers after covers after covers.
Who is it?
Working on things like Red Sonja, My Little Pony. She's doing a Powerpuff Girls cover coming up. She's everywhere, and she's doing us the honor of doing a all-new Soulfire cover.
Who is it?
Her name is Agnes Garboska.
Whoa, man.
Yeah.
Agnes.
We're so honored and thankful that Agnes is... taken some time out of her like super busy schedule to do this cover for us. It's fitting that it's the final cover from the 10 for 10 series.
Yeah.
Go out with a bang.
Have
right?
you seen it?
I just saw the mock-up of it today, and it's awesome. Awesome. I think it's one of the best covers that I've seen her do in a while. I think it's probably one of the best covers that she's done. It's going to be funny. Cute as is her style, and I think the fans of Soulfire are really gonna dig it.
Nice.
So.
I know nothing about Soulfire, so I might pick this up.
Well, you have to pick it up, Ricky. You're contractually obligated to do so as an employee of Stadium Comics.
That's true.
That the money comes out of your paycheck anyway. You might as well take a copy home.
I have to pay at store.stadiumcomics.com.
Yes, that. This comic will be available for pre-order shortly at store.stadiumcomics.com.
Right.
We're going to wait, though, until we get the final artwork in, which should be in a couple weeks' time, hopefully. All right. So look forward to that. On to the next book. It's from Marvel Comics, and it is not an issue number 1. Rather, it is Superior Spider-Man, issue number 22. The first issue in the darkest hour, the Spider event of the year. Flash Thompson, the secret Avenger known as Venom, is back in town for his first run-in with the Superior Spider-Man. Will their first encounter be friendly, or will Flash sense something perilous about Peter Parker's presence? Alright, so short but sweet.
Is this before the cancellation of Venom or after that?
Okay, well, let's get that straight. I mean, Venom isn't really getting canceled, it's ending.
Okay.
You don't think they're going to have a Venom
That's
number
true.
one? Marvel's planning to do this whole second phase of Marvel now. And it's the next phase of it. There's going to be all kinds of new number ones over the next year. Venom, of course, will be one of those books. So
Hopefully.
don't think of it being canceled, because Venom does sell really well.
Yeah.
They're just, it's 40-something issues in. They're seeing the opportunity to come out with a new number one for it.
It's all about the money.
Yeah, man.
So is this after or before that?
I think it's after.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
it's after. It's probably going to be in
Interesting.
between.
So this might even set up what the number one will be.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Okay.
thinking.
Nice.
If I'm wrong about that, then that's not what I'm thinking. But for right now, it's what I'm thinking. So it's Venom's return to like the main Spider-Man book. So that's always in the past been a pretty huge event.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Flash Thompson's first encounter with Doc Ock Spidey. So
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah.
'cause, I mean, I'd imagine Venom would kind of know what's up. You know?
right, there's
Yeah.
got to be some sort of like symbiote like recognition device or something
Yeah.
at work.
Maybe.
Who knows? But it should be a pretty cool book, and I know a lot of people are excited about it. Anytime Venom's in the Spider-Man book itself, it's a hot issue.
Yeah.
And being that it's going to be such a hot issue, we of course at Stadium Comics don't want to let people down. So
That's true.
we've got Superior Spider-Man number 22 collector's packs available.
Yeah.
Store.stadiumcomics.com. Just saying, if you want to reserve your piece of history.
What,
right
what
now.
comes with it? Just the book?
Oh, you get copies of the regular cover, copies of the variant covers.
When they relaunch Venom, do you want them to keep the Venom that they have now, like the Flash Thompson Army Venom, or do you want them to bring back old school Venom?
Well, it could be an opportunity for them to bring back old school Venom or
Right.
some other iteration of Venom, but Flash Thompson Venom is developed a pretty strong
Yeah.
foundation in the Marvel universe, and
I'd like to see old Venom back though.
really.
Yeah, I miss him.
But don't we see glimpses of old Venom in the Venom series
Sometimes.
anyway?
Yeah, sometimes, but it's not enough, man.
All right,
Bring back the Matt Gargan Venom. He's like eating people.
time will tell. Time will tell.
All right.
So, would you want Flash Thompson to be totally out of the picture? Have Eddie Brock come back
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
as Venom?
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
What about Lobo as Venom?
Yes, let's do that. That'd be sweet. So we have Amazing X-Men number 1. An amazing new era for the X-Men starts here. Ever since Nightcrawler's death in X-Men Messiah Complex, the X-Men have been without their heart and soul. After learning that their friend may not be gone after all, it's up to Wolverine, Storm, Beast, Iceman, Northstar, and Firestar to bring back the fan favorite Fuzzy Blue Elf. Superstar artist Ed McGuinness joins Master X-Men writer Jason Aaron to bring you the most exciting comic on the stands.
So I guess with Ed McGuinness doing this, maybe he's off of Nova now? That would kind of suck.
Yeah.
I really like him working with Jeff Loeb on Nova.
Maybe he's gonna like double-hand it.
So what do you think, man? Nightcrawler coming back. Was it
Yeah.
inevitable?
I mean, obviously, but
Yeah.
like he dies pretty convincingly in Messiah Complex.
Yeah. How are they going to find a way to bring him back?
Like what? How does that make sense? But yeah, but I'm glad he's back because he's awesome. So I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted because he dies pretty spectacularly, but he's pretty cool. So
Everyone always just assumed that if he was going to come back, it would just be an alternate dimension
Yeah.
Nightcrawler.
and maybe it is because like the cover, he's like on a pirate ship or something. isn't he?
Yeah, but it's a little bit like Return of Bruce Wayne.
That's true. That's
Maybe
true.
he's just stuck in time and
If it was
jumping through.
If it was Nightcrawler through time, I'd be so okay with that. That's pretty awesome.
If they did it as like a parody of the whole Batman Return of Bruce Wayne thing, and had like Pilgrim Nightcrawler and Viking Nightcrawler
That'd
and
be awesome.
Dinosaur Nightcrawler, I don't know.
That'd be sweet. That's a terrifying dinosaur. If he could teleport around.
Tell me about it, man.
Jeez.
We're just giving comic publishers all the ideas today.
Give some money here.
Teleporting dinosaurs.
But yeah, I mean Nightcrawler. I want him to come back. Hopefully they don't screw this up. It seems like the X-Men have to go through time a lot to save people. Like
the whole
all
Marvel
the time.
universe lately.
Yeah, like-
It's just time travel.
Well, I was reading a theory that what Marvel's setting up to do is having like a complete like collapse of time, and then just like restarting everything. I don't know. That's what I heard. Because like literally every book is like revolving around time right now.
Right. I think it's just they know that Doctor Who's really popular right now, and they're like, let's get on that time travel stuff. That stuff's gold. We haven't seen this many people interested in time travel since Marty McFly in the 80s.
That's true. And I mean, it gives Cable room to breathe because I love Cable.
And I mean, it's like, you know, every few years you have these trends in popular media where you have like vampires, you know,
speaking of
zombies, time travel,
science. You notice a lot of these are about science.
Everything is science now.
Yes. You know what that means? Black Hole Hunters Club is going to get published.
Maybe it's on the wrong end of the cusp.
No,
like maybe it's peaked. No. Maybe we're on a science downturn right now.
No, man, it just started. How can it go down?
I don't know, man.
I'm telling you, we're gonna send it to Image tomorrow. And they're gonna call us the next day
and tell us to go to hell.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, Amazing X-Men. Yes, it's another X-Men book, but Astonishing X-Men, I guess, isn't being published anymore, so I don't think it's adding...
I feel bad for X-Men people, because they have to buy so many books.
Well, Avengers, too. Or, you know, and people that collect the whole Bat family. It's
too many.
You gotta pick your battles when you're reading comics. And
it's true.
You gotta pick your titles that you subscribe to.
You end up spending $500, like some people.
Some people. All right, we got a couple honorable mentions, Ricky. First of all, let's not forget the cataclysm that's going on in the Marvel Ultimate Universe in November.
That's right. Yeah.
Looks like the Marvel Ultimate Universe will be coming to an end. I don't think there's too many people brokenhearted about that.
At this point, nobody cares.
Yeah.
If it was like 10 years ago, people would be like...
I have people that come into the shop, and when they see Ultimate books, they say, "What? Wait, didn't Ultimatum like end the Marvel Universe?" No. It kept going for like 10 years after that. So I think you know it served its purpose. It had its place in comics history, and it looks like it's on its way out. But you never know.
Yeah.
Like Nightcrawler, it could be back in a couple years.
Probably.
Batman 0-year tie-ins. So now this is an interesting thing DC's doing. There's going to be a whole bunch of tie-ins to the 0-year storyline in Batman.
But like after the fact?
I don't know. I think it's like tied into that time because it's not only tied into the Bat Family books, but it's branching out into some of the other DC hero books. Like I think it's branching out into Flash. It's branching out into Green Arrow. And in the Green Arrow one, it says that it's like, oh, it's the first time that he appeared as Green Arrow and stuff like that.
But like it takes place like 0 year will be done in the Batman story by the time he's coming out?
No.
It's still going on?
Yeah, it's still going on. This is issue 25 of Batman.
Wow.
I think 0-year started with 21.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, like, the 0 year was, like, pretty crazy. There's, like, it was almost, like, post-apocalyptic, so...
Yeah.
I guess, like, it makes sense that other people live in that universe, so...
Just odd, you don't usually see a Batman story like that crossing over into stuff like Green Arrow or in The Flash and all that. So, anyway. We also have the... Did you see this T-shirt, man? I specifically put this on the list because it's a shirt that I feel that you would need.
No, I looked at it. I thought it was stupid.
Really?
Like, it makes no sense.
I thought it would be like a shirt you could wear to a classy affair. You're a really big fan of
What does
Thanos.
it even mean? Okay, it has Thanos in, like, what? A top hat and a suit?
You're going to put a picture of it
And it says infinity indeed. What does that even mean?
It's just class. He's a classy mofo.
That's the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah.
I hate these T-shirts. They just take like one thing and mash it together with another and put a stupid
I thought
word.
you'd be all over that.
No,
you like classic depiction of Thanos.
Yeah, man.
All of his death-loving glory.
If it was him with like his Infinity Gauntlet and it said something like, I don't know, like something about jewels and he's
what
like...
if it was like a steampunk Thanos?
Yeah.
With like a steampunk gauntlet.
I'd be okay with that.
There you go, Marvel. There's another idea.
But if it said infinity indeed, I would hate it. Like, the catchphrase is basically what I hate.
It would have to, because it's steampunk, and they say indeed a lot.
Yes.
In Victorian English.
I don't know, it's a weird shirt, but if we get it, I might consider buying it, but probably not.
That's what he does. Alright, everybody, that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please join us next time when we're going to present to you a whole new format for previews reviews. I hope you like it. If you don't, we'll just go back to the old format, and we'll pretend like the format change didn't happen.
Yeah.
But it should be exciting times ahead. I hope you all enjoy it, and we'll see you all next time for previews reviews.